Welcome to Keys Open Doors. Today we're breaking down the 9 steps to buying your first home. Look, if you're gearing up to step into the world of real estate, you're probably feeling a mix of excitement and, let's be totally honest here, a little bit of anxiety. It's a massive financial milestone. But the process doesn't have to be some big mystery. We're going to take all that complicated mortgage jargon and translate it into plain, everyday English.
We'll walk through this chronological roadmap together. Preparing your finances, securing your funding, the house hunt, making the deal, and finally, crossing the finish line.
All right, let's kick things off with Phase 1, preparing your finances. So before anything else, you've got to determine what you can truly afford. A lot of aspiring buyers mistakenly look straight at a home's asking price to guess if they can buy it. But your purchasing power is actually built on a much broader foundation. You need to look at 5 key factors: your current income, your credit rating, which is basically your financial report card, your current monthly expenses, your available down payment, and the prevailing interest rate. You have to see how all these pieces fit together to figure out a monthly payment that actually fits comfortably into your life. Now, in general, it's highly recommended to consult a certified financial planner to help evaluate these factors for your specific situation.
Now, once you've got a handle on that budget, you might be wondering, how do I protect my investment from the absolute start? It's a really valid question. Well, protecting yourself begins way before you ever hand over a single dollar. It starts with knowing your borrower rights.
That means understanding exactly what to watch out for. It's incredibly wise to learn about fair housing and to strictly avoid predatory lending. Basically, predatory lending involves unfair, deceptive, or just flat-out fraudulent tactics used by certain lenders to take advantage of buyers. Educating yourself on standard settlement procedures is literally your strongest armor here. Moving right along to Phase 2, securing your funding.
Finding the best mortgage definitely isn't a passive activity. You need to actively shop around, compare different offers, and negotiate confidently. Please don't just accept the very first loan offer that comes your way. Lenders have different products, and taking the time to compare rates and negotiate can save you a ton of money over the life of your loan. You really want to treat this step with the exact same dedication you use when shopping for the house itself. And while you're shopping, take a minute to understand different loan structures. For instance, you might come across what's called an interest-only loan. This is exactly what it sounds like, a loan where you pay only the interest for a set period, meaning you aren't actually paying down the principal balance of the home at first. Knowing these terms inside and out ensures you know exactly what your monthly payments are doing, which prevents any stressful surprises later on.
Also, a lot of buyers benefit from exploring special home buying programs designed to offer lower down payments. There are often state-specific programs, options for public housing residents, and first-time homebuyer initiatives that make getting a mortgage so much more accessible. Do your research here. It can drastically lower that initial cash barrier.
Okay, Phase 3, the house hunt.
It is so easy to walk into a house, fall head over heels for the natural light or a stunning kitchen, and completely ignore the lack of closet space or the outdated plumbing. That's exactly why you should always take a home shopping checklist with you. A checklist forces you to compare different homes objectively. It keeps you grounded in your practical needs rather than just running purely on emotion. And as you use that checklist, keep an open mind about different property types. Standard homes, fixer-uppers, and manufactured homes all offer their own unique benefits. A standard home might be move-in ready, but maybe a fixer-upper comes at a much better price point. There are even specific purchase and repair programs to help finance those renovations, so weigh the pros and cons of each against your own lifestyle and budget.
Which brings us to Phase 4, making the deal.
The sequence of events right here is absolutely critical. First, you negotiate and make your formal offer. Then, the second that offer is accepted, you immediately schedule a home inspection.
I want to be crystal clear on this next point. There are exactly 0 good reasons to ever skip a home inspection. None. Even if the house looks flawless to the naked eye.
An inspection is your ultimate safety net. It ensures you aren't buying a house that's hiding massive, expensive problems beneath a fresh coat of paint. For your own financial protection, a professional inspection reveals the true condition of the roof, the foundation, the electrical systems, you name it. Always hire an independent, licensed home inspector to tell you exactly what you're taking on before the deal is sealed.
Finally, we reach Phase 5, crossing the finish line.
But hold on. Before you can finalize anything, you need to secure homeowner's insurance. You literally cannot close on your new home without it.
This insurance protects the physical structure of your home and your belongings against unexpected damage, which secures the massive investment you're about to make.
And then you reach settlement, also universally known as closing. This is it, the moment you've been working toward. It's the final step where all the legal and financial documents are signed and actual ownership officially transfers from the seller to you.
At settlement, you're going to be presented with a mountain of paperwork. Here is a critical rule for every single buyer. Be absolutely sure to read every single document completely before you sign your name. Getting ready to close means taking accountability. Take your time, ask questions if something isn't clear, and never, ever rush this step. If you need help, always consult a qualified real estate attorney.
So, those are the 9 clear steps from planning your budget to finally holding the keys. You figure out what you can afford, learn your rights, shop for a loan, explore buyer programs, hunt for the home, make an offer, get that vital inspection, secure your insurance, and finally sign the papers at closing.
By following this structured path, you move from being a hopeful applicant to an empowered, educated buyer. So what is the very first step you are going to take today to turn your dream of owning a home into a reality? Keys open doors, helping you unlock your path to home ownership. If this helped, like, comment, and subscribe.